pick up my melody, I go. My melody, I go. I gotta wait for you. I gotta wait for your call.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a new setup. I'm actually at home now because of this coronavirus. And you know, we should all be quarantining and social distancing. I hope everyone's been safe and everyone's been good and healthy. I moved home like just before the lockdown started because my mom was like, hey, they're gonna make a lockdown, and then I was like, yeah, sure, they're gonna make a lockdown. And then I was home and they literally did the lockdown like the day after. I was like, oh. So if I'd literally just stayed a day longer, I would have been stuck at uni accommodation. Imagine doing quarantine just by yourself. I'd go mad. Today I'm gonna be talking about university. Specifically, I'm gonna be answering some questions that some of you guys have sent me. I don't want to say you guys, oh my gosh, because you guys don't talk to me in the comments. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to be answering some questions that some of my youngers have asked me, you know, to answer about university. And then if you guys actually want to ask me questions, if you want to, you know, get some answers, you can talk to me. You can finally, you know, talk in the comment section down below. You know, you can message me on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Twitter, you know. I'm going to be accessing my notes on my iPad, just in case you guys are wondering, like, what's she doing? Let me cover some basics. So I'm currently 18 years old. I'm going on 19. I'm just really young. Currently 18 years old, just finishing my first year of medicine, specifically the EMDP course at King's College London. I studied 3 sciences at A-level and music BTEC performance. I received my offer from King's around this time last year. I actually received it on the 20th of March. That was when I received my offer from King's. And yeah, it's been smooth sailing ever since. So let's get into the video. First question is, do GCSEs matter heavily for basically studying, like for a course? Personally for me, because I'm studying medicine, I feel like you should have been gearing up from the start. Obviously, I don't expect you to, like, you're not expected to know what, you know, course that you're going to study at university at such a young age. What I would advise is just have like really good GCSEs so that regardless of whether you want to go, you know, into academics or creatives or medicine or engineering or music, you're always going to be safe either way. Your maths, your English, lit and lang, your 3 sciences, your humanities and your language, you should have all of that. I would say if you have those at A's or A stars, or, you know, 8s to 7s, I know not everyone's in that top 1% of the population scares me. But yeah, if you have them at 8s to 7s or even like a 6, that is perfectly fine. And then obviously if you have like a little creative subject in there as well, that looks really good. It shows that you're a well-rounded person. So that's just personally what I think. If you just have that standard, then you'll be fine. Next question is, if you do a postgrad, do you still have to do the whole 5 years after? Oh, basically, there are different routes into medicine. Obviously, I'm going the straight way. I just have an extra year, and it's not a foundation year, it's just a split year per se. No, the answer is no. If you're going to do postgrad, graduate medicine is usually 4 years, so you don't actually do the 5 years of a standard course, you do 4 years of medicine. Okay, next question is, oh, these are all medicine based. It is what it is. Medics ask me these questions. If you want something that relates to you, you'll ask me in the comment section down below. What's the best time to practice for the UKCAT? Oh, that UKCAT. Listen, start practicing from your conception in the womb. That's all I have to say about that. I'm joking. I think personally, I wish I had a lot more time to practice for my UKCAT. It was kind of sprung on me because just several different factors that I don't need to get into. But I would say if you have, usually it's during the summer, so I would say start practicing from about now. I would say if you finish year 12 in May, start practicing in May and do your UKCAT at the end of August. Please do your UKCAT before you get into year 13, as much as you can avoid it. Like, please avoid doing your UKCAT before, like, when you get into year 13, because when you get into year 13, A2 chemistry will smack you like this. A2 biology will smack you like this. And if you're doing physics, A2 physics will just kill you. Because it did that to me. It did that to me. Yeah, please do your UKCAT before you enter year 13. Please. You don't want to struggle like I did. Because I was missing out revision, practice for mocks, because I was practicing how to correlate symbols. Correlation of symbols. I was doing abstract reasoning instead of studying photosynthesis. Physics is telling me to come and do mechanics. Physics is telling me to come and do photon energy levels. And I am doing abstract reasoning, as in I am trying to find pattern in shapes. Pattern in shapes. Next question. What's the best resources to use and how do you revise for UKCAT? Okay, so for me, as I've previously said, it was God's grace that took me through my UKCAT. It was pretty average. I'm so sorry, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. My UKCAT was pretty average. Now I got something 600 in my quantitative reasoning and my abstract reasoning, because they were the highest, which was really weird because they're like the toughest. Well, that's what I found the toughest, but I ended up doing best in those. Then my decision making was also 600, I believe. It was a spread between the 500 to the 600 area practice, because it's very techie. Ethics is difficult to understand sometimes, or not necessarily difficult to understand, but difficult to apply to different situations. Read the GMC guidelines, the qualities of a doctor, that's very important. Read the qualities of a nurse as well, because they're like the same role. You need to have the same qualities to, you know, provide care for patients. Medway, MedRevise, Medic Portal, all these med, find them. Don't, and I repeat, don't, do not, do not use that UKCAT revision book. Check out Karma Medic. He had like a series of videos for practicing. His abstract reasoning one was amazing for me. Like, that's why I got in the 600s, because before I was getting like 0. But Kenji the Medic also has some videos on that as well. I got a question saying, are there exams? Yes, there are exams. That's it, there are exams. Is the content a lot different? Okay, so I believe for medicine, in your first semester, the content isn't going to be that different. The lectures were basically filled with the content that I wanted to learn at A-level. The knowledge I wanted at A-level, that's basically what they give you in your first semester. What are the classes like? King's, we have lectures, tutorials, dissection, have clinical skills workshops as well. So that's what we have. Lectures, you basically go to the lecture theatre. A lecturer talks about the topic of the lesson, basically, for an hour, and you write, you go along what they're saying. You write, try to soak up as much information as you can, and then, you know, you go home and try to consolidate your knowledge by writing notes on it. That is basically what it's like. Tutorials, I find, are my favorite thing ever, because they're like a actual like classroom setting. What you guys need to realize is I don't know if it was just my course, but we're huge. Like my cohort is huge, massive. Like on my course alone, we have about 80 people. I don't even know how many people are on the MBS course. Like we're well into the hundreds, we're huge. So imagine a lecture theatre filled with that many people. There's not going to be time for any questions. There's usually not going to be any time for you to slow down and take a break and try to understand what's going on. It's really, really fast paced. And why I like tutorials is because they're actually much smaller. You're in groups of like 15 to 20, not even 15 to 20, about 15, right? About 10 to 15. So you're in smaller groups and you get to go through, you know, the lectures much slower, making sure that you understand completely what's going on. But living without parents, that's an interesting one. Uni is a shock. I remember when I moved in on a Saturday, and you know, it was all well and fun, like it was quite hectic, you know, you don't really have a chance to like break and, you know, really deep that I'm moving out. Like for me, I didn't have a chance to do that. And in some ways it's good and bad. In some ways it's good because you're not left to get into your head about it. But when I got to my accommodation, it was real. Like I'm going from a house, an abode, to literally a room. Like you're literally moving your stuff into a room and a kitchen. Like a room and a kitchen. They all left, one by one. My family left. I was just walking back for myself and I started crying right on that road. Like on the road, I was crying on the road. I walked into the accom, people were still moving in. I cried, the lift was broken on that day. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should do a story time of moving in. But the lift was broken. I had to walk up these stairs and I lived on the 5th floor. So I had to walk up these stairs, these flights of stairs. My tears were dropping. As I was stepping, they were dropping. 1, 2, 1, 2. Some guy was walking down. He was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, He was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, Walked into my room and I was just like, just this room now. It's me and this room. How I dealt with it, I made a lot of friends. Food cooking. If you don't know how to cook food, you're going to starve. You're going to starve. Don't get a uni wife before I come and fight you, because she needs to be fighting for her degree. She needs to be fighting for her degree instead of cooking you food. Learn how to cook. If you need to go back through your secondary school notes and go through your food tech paperwork so you can learn the basics, please go and do so right now. Pause the video and go and do so right now. No, I'm waiting for you to pause it. When your mom is cooking, stand in the kitchen. If your parents do not cook, watch Jimmy Oliver. Okay? Take as much food as you can from home. Take as much food as you can from home. Because you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. Especially in that first week of uni, I ate baked beans and fast food. You have time now. You're in quarantine even. We're in quarantine. So learn how to cook now before you're off to uni. How do you know what's the next class? Okay, you get a timetable. That was a pretty simple question. Oh, okay. So basically that concludes the questions that I was actually asked by my youngest. It wasn't a lot, but I hope that it helped you guys, especially that actually asked the questions. Shade. Yeah, I need to calm down. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. If you want to ask me any more questions, don't hesitate to ask me. I'll certainly answer you. If you guys want a part 2 as well, you know, let me know. I can also do one with my friends because we all study at the same university. Would you guys like to see that? Would you like to see like opinions of like everyone else? One thing that I'll just say is don't be scared before going into uni. That's just all I'll say. Know that you're gonna grow and just develop and flourish into, you know, a better person inevitably. Remember the lessons, the home training that your mother gave you. Remember that. Thank you for watching my video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. To find my work experience, I don't know how to like practice my UKCAT, I don't know how to juggle, like there was a lot of things that I was just unsure about. You know, this is a school, you know, there should be like a pastoral network or even like an academic network that I can, you know, rely on or rest on and be assured. Hell no. Hell no. This lady told me, she was like, you're trying to go into medicine, right? Well, you know, to go into medicine, like a medical student needs to be of a certain caliber. I was like, she's talking to me. Me.